Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Pillar Strength class. I'm Connor. Just real quick, I wanted to briefly say, sorry if you kind of hear a low rumbling of a fan behind you. I do have one going. It's a little warm in here right now. I just want to press that. Start of the video, so you're not wondering what that little roar might be if you do hear. So for this Pillar Strength class that we have today, you are going to need a resistance band if you have one. If you don't have one, that's okay. There's definitely a way that you can adapt this for at-home use if you don't have that equipment. Dumbbells or some other type of weight. A jump rope preferably. If you don't have a jump rope, you can obviously just hop like you are jump roping. That's perfectly fine. Drink of water, and as always, something soft to kneel / lay / stand on / do whatever. Okay. So just a real quick actual recap of what our pillar is, and I think it's going to be useful for some of our moves today in the workout. Our pillar refers to from our shoulders down to our hips. We mostly think of these muscles as our core muscles because it's like the core of our body, it's like the center. Everything stems from here. Now, the three main functions of the core would be to stabilize the spine, obviously, because it incorporates in front of, on the sides of, and behind the spine. B, to transfer forces. So if we are starting with a squat and then coming up for a press, our core is going to facilitate that transfer. And then also what it's going to do on its own is kind of initiate some rotational movements and some other, flexion or extension of the spine. All right. So just keep those things in mind with the movements that we're going to do today, because that'll help your mind-muscle connection and drive the right muscles in the exercises that we'll do. So I know we only have 20 minutes here. I usually keep you guys a couple extra minutes, so I'll try to keep you moving. For our warm-up today, we're going to get started with our neck. So, I don't know, you can either do the pushing against the neck that you want. I'm just going to do some neck circles. So I'm going to slowly, gently rotate my head around. Sometimes it helps to actually put your hands on your hips for this, because you get a little extra stretch in the muscles connecting to your neck and the back, if your shoulders are flared outward. So for our workout, I'm going to go the opposite direction now. So for our workout today, we're going to do 3 cycles of 4 exercises. And hopefully we get to all 3 cycles now. Like I said, I know I kind of usually get a little greedy with the time, so hopefully we can move right along through and get it done. All right. Next up, we're going to have a step slide gather for our warm-up. So I'm going to take a step to one side, slide that foot, and then gather at the top, okay? It's going to be kind of a little squat as you do that slide. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth, all right? Step, slide, gather. Back and forth. No set amount of time, just to get warmed up, just get those joints ready. I like to keep my hands met at my midline, just to help remind me to keep my posture and everything symmetric. All right, I'm going to do one more step, sliding, gather. All right. And then finally, we're going to grab that jump rope, or you can just hop and act like you're doing jump ropes. That's perfectly fine too. We're going to do this for a minute, all right? Just to get our hearts warmed up so we can start this workout safely, okay? And begin. 1 minute. All right, here we go. I forgot to look at the time. I mean, I looked at the watch. I just didn't note the time. A minute in these hops. Or if you have a jump rope, that's even better. You can even get some arm circles here, depending on how wide and how far you swing your arms. I think we're probably about 30 seconds in. 30 seconds to go. Not usually this good at jump rope. Kind of surprised at myself. Check the time. All right, we got 10 seconds left. Finish that out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, nice job. Now, we're going to move right into our workout today. So, like I said, we're going to do 3 cycles of these 4 exercises. I'm not even going to really run through the exercises. I'm just going to get right into it, all right? So, it's your last chance to take a drink of water before we start. In between each cycle, we'll get 1 minute of rest, but during the cycles, we're going to move one exercise to the next. All right, so For our first exercise, you're going to grab the resistance band, or if you don't have one, just wait a second and I'll show you what move you're going to do. But if you do have the resistance band, I want you to loop it around, like the bottom railing if you have a staircase in your house, or something else sturdy that you can pull the resistance band on it and it's not going to go anywhere, okay? It's very, make sure you're being very careful here, use some common sense. Don't want you to break anything in your furniture or your property. So if you don't want to pull against anything or you don't really have something you can use, that's fine, just wait for the next movement, okay? But this is going to be resistance band trunk rotations. So if you are doing this, for 10 times, I'm going to start with the resistance band on my left side, and I'm going to use my core muscles to rotate and bring my hands in front of my body to the opposite side, all right? That's 1, 2, and then we're going to go to 10. And then I would flip sides and go 10 this way, okay? Starting on my right, going to my left, and the whole time keep it under control because we're not just moving on the explosive side, all right? If you don't have the resistance band, what you're going to do is some windshield wiper ab rotations. So keeping your shoulders and your arms flat on the ground, you're going to rotate your hips side to side using your core muscles to initiate this movement, all right? And to add some challenge, the further you stick your legs out, the harder it'll be, all right? So we'll get started. I think that's probably the weirdest that we're going to do in our exercise or workout today. So we'll get started if you're going to do those rotations on the ground, you're going to be doing 20 total rotations back and forth. So 1, 2, 3, and then if you're doing these rotations, you're going to do 10 each side, all right? We'll get started here. 3, 2, 1, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice how I'm keeping my entire torso upright. My shoulders are still stacked above my hips, even though I'm rotating them. I'm not compromising that stack there. All right, that was 10. I'm switching sides. I'm going to do 10 more. If you're doing the windshield wipers, you're probably at about 15 now. Keep it going. Good job. 5, 6, 7. If you're done the windshield wipers, just take it easy for a second. 9, 10. All right. Next move we're going to do, you can either grab your dumbbells for this or you don't have to use them at all, but I'm going to show you what to do. So we're going to hinge at the hips and just keep rolling right with me, both groups. We're going to hinge at the hips, try to keep that back straight, and we're going to just extend our arms up above our head so that they're even in line with our torso, just like that, all right? We're going to do that 10 times, all right? 10 total times, with or without the weight, 10 times. Ready, and go. You want to use that core to keep your entire torso and the rest of your body stable as you extend your arms up. I call these posture flies. Really challenging your lats and your posture muscles, the same muscles that keep your back upright and prevent you from hunching over. All right, I got 2 more. And 10. All right. Next exercise, we are going to get down on our yoga mat / towel, whatever else soft we have, and we're going to do 10 bird dog kickbacks on each side, but we're going to alternate each one. So if you know what bird dogs are, you're going to get down on your hands and knees, shoulder width apart, shoulders and hips apart, and then one leg at a time, we're just going to kick one leg back, and then the other one, and let's get going. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're going to do 20 total of these because we're doing 10 each side. 7, or that would be 8, 9, 10, 11. Try to keep that core tight here. You don't want to have a lot of movement in your spine. You want to isolate the movement to your hips and down. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, last exercise of this cycle is going to be bike crunches for 30 seconds. So we're going to get down on our backs, pull our knees up in the air just like this. I like to put my hand behind my head, and then with each leg that you bring up, touch the opposite elbow, or just bring it closer to the knee. All right, 30 seconds, and begin. Doesn't matter how fast you go, just try to stay mobile for the full 30 seconds. Keep it going. And the further you extend your legs in between the contractions and the crunches, the more work, the more challenge you're going to be putting on your core. the further the weight is from the axis of rotation. Each side. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. All right, that's cycle 1 in the books. All right, we got a minute. Catch our breath, get a drink of water, and then we'll get right back to it. So we're going to get right back into the rotations. We'll either do it with the resistance band, rotating our trunks 10 times each direction, or 20 total windshield wipers on the ground. I'll do windshield wipers this time. The third time I'll go back to the resistance bands. All right, we've got 30 seconds left in this break. I'm going to keep it a little strict with the time here, just so we can try to make sure that we're making it. We're already 10 minutes in, 11 really. Yeah, I think we should be good. All right. Here we go. So we got 10 seconds left. Get ready to do those rotations. I'm going to get on the ground for the windshield wipers here. So 20 windshield wipers or 10 each side for the resistance rotations. Ready, begin. And if you're doing these windshield wipers, it's important that you keep your upper body planted on the ground so you can isolate your hips as the movers, and that'll really activate your core muscles. 12, 16, and 20. All right. Next up, we have the posture flies. It's okay if you don't use the weights, so I'm gonna go without the weights this time. Hopefully, I give you a good demonstration here. Ready? We're doing 10 of these, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to pull those scapulas back as you raise your hands up, and that's what's really going to challenge and activate those posture muscles. The one's right here, all right? 9, 10. Okay. Next up, we have the bird dog kickbacks, all right? We're just doing the kickbacks, alternating, 20 total. Ready, and begin. 1, 2. So even though, we're on all fours, we don't think that we're really activating our core, but if you notice, my spine is staying pretty neutral, meaning something's keeping it there in place. And it's because I'm actually activating all 4 sides the whole way around my core to make sure that when I switch sides, when I do the kickback, I'm staying stable. All right, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Finally, we have the bicycle crunches. All right, 30 seconds. Second cycle, and then the third one, we're going to give it all we got on this last one. Make sure that you're activating the right muscles here, getting the form. 30 seconds, go ahead. You should keep your shoulders somewhat off of the ground to activate the top of your core muscles. And like I said, the further you extend your legs, the more challenge you're going to put on the bottom core muscles. You're even getting some rotation in here by alternating your elbows to the opposite knee. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okie dokie. 1 minute, and we'll go right into the third cycle. So that one was good. That one only took us 3 minutes, so we should definitely be able to finish up in good time today. All right. Got a little bit over 30 seconds left with this rest. Make sure you're breathing. Keep moving around. It's a little bit better than just standing still, even though I know you want to give your muscles a rest, and that's fine. But the more you move around, the more you actually encourage your muscles to return some good blood. Your bloodstream to get good blood to your muscles, the oxygenated blood, and then return it back to your heart, the deoxygenated blood, to be refined and ready to use again. All right, we got about 5 seconds left. Get ready for those rotations, either the resistance band trunk rotations or the windshield wipers, all right? Windshield wipers are 20, resistance bands are 10 each side. Ready, get set, go. Make this one count. This is the third cycle here. Notice my shoulders are above my hips. I'm generating all my power. I'm not using my arms. They're staying straight the whole time. All right? I'm really using my core. 9, 10. All right? Go opposite side. Like I'm not just punching it, and I'm definitely not bending my arms to extend them. I'm generating the power like a baseball player through my hips. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Next up, the posture raises. With or without the weight, all good, your choice. I'm going to use them again this time. Ready. Make sure you lock those hips underneath the shoulders. Keep that back neutral and activate that core for good posture here. Hold those scapulas back as you come up. 10 times. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Next up, bird dog kickbacks. All right. 10 each side, 20 total, alternate sides. Keep it breathing. We're almost done. We just got one more exercise left after this one, and then a cool down with some stretching. All right, I think I lost count. We'll just call that 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, now we got the bite crunches. All right, make this one count. Try to go all out here. 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. Keep breathing. You got this. Very close to the finish here. About 20 seconds left. Give it all you got. The more power you put into the kick, the more challenge you get back. Right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. Nice job. Nice job. So, we'll give it a second here, catch our breath, and then we'll move into a quick cool down. All right, yeah. Quick cool down and then some stretching. We check the time, so we got 18 minutes. Might keep you an extra minute, but hopefully it's still a little faster than the other ones that we've done together. Ooh, okay. So if you're ready, let's get right into the cool down. Make sure you're standing up. Now, we're going to start with some skipping high knees. So if you know how to skip, hopefully you do. If not, that's all right. You can just hit some regular high knees. But, double hop on the down foot, extend one knee up. Double hop on the down foot, drive the other knee up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just do this a little bit, nice and gentle. Doesn't have to be super fast. Try to get those knees up though. Work that full range of motion in those hips and keep that back straight. Okay? Next up, we're going to go into just a couple nice and controlled squats. Just do 3 of them, okay? Get some good depth. Drop down, knee shoulder width apart. Extend up. I'm going to reach above my head. Come back down. Extend up. Make sure you're taking nice breaths here too. We got one more. All right. And now we're just going to hinge over at the hips. I'm going to roll down like I'm going into a toe touch. It's okay to bend your back a little bit here because we're nice and controlled and relaxed. Now on the way up, we're going to bring our hands up and stand up into a straight stance. Good posture, but on the way up, just take a deep inhale. You'll reach up above your head, and then as you exhale, come back down into that toe touch. We'll do it one more time. Hold your breath at the top, and then exhale on the way down. Okay. Now, just for a quick stretch, we'll get into a child's pose position. So if you're familiar with yoga, you know what I'm talking about. So down on our hands and knees, we'll sink our weight back into our feet. It's okay if they're not crossed or anything. You can untuck your toes. When you sink your hips back, extend your hands out in front of you. Try to bring that chest closer to the ground. This is the child's pose. All right. Once you reach the child's pose, you can experiment with your hands a little bit. So you can I'm going to bring my right hand over the top of my left, and I'll put my weight into that right side, and I should feel a nice stretch in my back, in my lats. All right, I'll put my hands out neutral, flip which side, my left hand over my right, put the weight into my left side, feel that side stretching. All right, now back into that child's pose, or not child's pose, the bird dog position, like the shelf position. With one arm, I'm just going to extend, open up my shoulders towards the ceiling. I'll put that back on the ground. Do it with the opposite side. And it's okay if you move your spine a little bit here. It's nice and relaxed and under control. We go one more time each side. All right, and finally, we're going to finish with a nice cobra pose. So I'm just going to extend my hips towards my hands out in front of me. Extend my back backwards. Feel the stretch in the front of my body, the front of my core, and my hip flexors. We used a lot of them today. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Looks like I'm a minute and a half our time goal here, but it's all right. See you next time.